In today's fast-evolving tech landscape, when performance, portability, and power efficiency collide, two machines often enter the spotlight for Apple enthusiasts and professionals alike: the Mac Mini M4 and the upcoming Mac Studio 2025. These two powerhouses each bring something special to the table, but the question remains, which one is truly the right choice for you? And more importantly, how does a seemingly simple accessory like the Sotechi Hub play into this bigger picture? Let's imagine you've just unboxed a brand new Mac Mini M4. It's sleek, compact, and whisper quiet. The kind of device that doesn't demand attention, but you know it's a beast under the hood. It houses Apple's latest M4 chip, the kind of silicon that makes your apps fly and your workflow seamless. This chip is engineered by Apple, and what makes it so impressive is the balance it strikes between raw power and energy efficiency. We're talking about a 10-core CPU paired with a 16-core GPU, purpose-built to make creative tasks like video editing, music production, and software development feel fluid and intuitive. But there's a catch. While the Mac Mini M4 is powerful, its integrated GPU, though quite capable, isn't quite the weapon of choice for hardcore 3D designers or high-end gamers. For most creative professionals, it hits the sweet spot: fast, efficient, and compact. You can configure it with up to 24 gigabytes of unified memory and max it out with 2 terabytes of SSD storage. That's plenty of muscle for the average content creator or app developer. Think smooth Final Cut Pro editing, snappy Logic sessions, and buttery transitions in Adobe After Effects. Now step into the realm of the Mac Studio 2025. This isn't just an upgrade, it's Apple's full-blown assault on heavy-duty computing. Though Apple hasn't spilled all the specs yet, rumors suggest it'll come with a much more potent chip, possibly a supercharged M-series variant with a significant bump in processing power and a dedicated GPU to match. This isn't speculation for the sake of hype. It's an expected evolution. Apple knows that creators, engineers, and 3D artists are hungry for hardware that doesn't buckle under pressure. While the Mac Mini M4 sits at a base clock of 3.2 GHz, the Mac Studio is likely to push beyond that, opening doors for more aggressive multitasking and advanced applications like VR development and 8K video editing. The big differentiator, though, lies in graphics. Dedicated GPUs change everything. They breathe life into demanding applications, make real-time rendering feel instantaneous, and turn your rig into a cinematic production studio. If the Mac Studio integrates a dedicated Apple-tuned Radeon Pro or something of that class, then it's game over for most integrated solutions. Now, why is any of this relevant to you? Because whether you're editing a documentary, designing an interactive 3D model, or running a simulation that demands every ounce of GPU strength, the right hardware is what makes your work not just possible but enjoyable. That's where this conversation circles back to something much smaller, yet shockingly significant: the Sotechi Hub. Picture your Mac Mini M4 sitting cleanly on your desk. Its profile is low, its presence subtle, but suddenly you realize you're short on ports. You're juggling between an SD card reader, an external SSD, a microphone interface, and maybe even a second monitor. That's when the Sotechi Hub swoops in, not just as a solution, but as an enhancement that unlocks the Mac Mini's potential. It blends right into the base of your Mac Mini, both in form and function. It adds that missing layer of versatility: SD and micro card slots, USB-A ports, and additional USB-C interfaces, all accessible without diving behind your monitor or crawling under your desk. The experience transforms. What was once a clean but somewhat limited setup is now a fully modular workstation. You're swapping memory cards mid-project, connecting your DSLR for live capture, or transferring footage from your field recorder with zero hassle. It's fast, seamless, and it makes your desk feel like a cockpit rather than a mess of dongles and extension cables. Going back to performance, in synthetic benchmarks like 3D Mark, it's almost a guarantee the Mac Studio will blow the Mac Mini M4 out of the water, especially with a dedicated GPU. But benchmarks only tell part of the story. In the real world, for many users, the Mac Mini is already more than enough. Editing 4K video? No problem. Composing orchestral arrangements in Logic Pro with dozens of tracks? Absolutely. Running multiple virtual machines or coding apps in Xcode while watching a livestream and listening to music? The M4 chip can take it all without breaking a sweat. But if you're someone who does VFX work daily, juggles massive After Effects compositions, or creates 3D environments in Blender or Maya, you'll see a tangible difference with the Mac Studio. Render times drop, previews are more accurate, and you're not constantly managing memory or closing apps just to free up resources. That's where the Studio earns its price tag. What about gaming, you ask? Let's be honest, neither of these machines are built with gaming as their primary goal. But that doesn't mean they can't game. The Mac Mini M4 can handle moderately demanding titles, especially those optimized for macOS or through services like Apple Arcade. You'll get decent frame rates on medium settings, maybe even high on some games. But don't expect flawless performance in graphically intense AA titles like Cyberpunk 2077 unless you're willing to lower the settings. Meanwhile, the Mac Studio 2025, if it packs that expected GPU muscle, could edge closer to what dedicated gaming rigs can offer, though still not quite replacing them. Think smoother gameplay, higher resolutions, and better overall fidelity. Portability is another key factor. The Mac Mini M4 is a marvel of compact engineering. You can toss it in a bag, bring it to a set, move between your office and home without breaking your back, and still get top-tier performance. Its power efficiency is a huge win too. Apple's ARM-based architecture allows the M4 chip to deliver serious performance without demanding much electricity. That matters in environments where energy usage is a concern: remote workspaces, eco-conscious offices, or when you're trying to keep your overhead low. It runs cool, it runs quiet, and it doesn't require a massive power brick to do so. On the other hand, the Mac Studio is still relatively compact, especially compared to traditional workstations, but it's not what you'd call portable. It's heavier, bulkier, and hungrier for power. It needs better cooling and a more robust power supply, especially if it's housing high-performance chips and GPUs. That makes it better suited for stationary setups, your main studio, editing suite, or production environment. So where does that leave us in this ultimate comparison? It really comes down to what kind of user you are. If you're someone who values mobility, minimalism, and energy efficiency while still needing serious performance, the Mac Mini M4 is a near-perfect fit. It's affordable by Apple standards, and it's incredibly capable. Pair it with the Satechi Hub, and suddenly you've got a mini command center that punches way above its weight class. But if your workload is intense, your timelines are tight, and you need every second of render time you can save, then the Mac Studio 2025 might be calling your name. It's the no-compromise machine. Bigger, faster, more future-proof, ready to take on anything you throw at it without blinking. Either way, your setup is only as good as the accessories you pair with it. The Satechi Hub isn't just a hub, it's an enabler. It's what turns the Mac Mini from a stylish slab of aluminum into a truly flexible creative tool. It's functional, elegant, and designed with Apple's design language in mind. And in a world where form often meets function, that matters more than you think. So whether you're Team Mac Mini M4 or eyeing the beefy Studio 2025, one thing is certain: technology is no longer about raw specs alone. It's about how seamlessly your gear integrates into your life. It's about workflows that don't get interrupted, creativity that isn't bottlenecked, and setups that feel effortless. And sometimes, the best upgrade isn't a whole new machine, it's the little things that make your great hardware even better.